she with another male?
One pebble, one question. Next!
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most hilarious sequences in Robin Williams films.
A woman goes into a doctor's office. The doctor says, "You mind if I numb your breast?" Not at all. Num, 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 num.
Number 10, Dinner Scene, The Fisher King.
Ooh. Ooh, boy. Sorry. Oh. Hey.
Most of us have been on some kind of awkward date. While exploring that universal experience, Robin Williams brings all kinds of humanity to this scene as his character desperately tries to impress a woman during a dinner date. He's not playing the smoothest guy in the world, but that makes this humorous moment all the more endearing to watch. This train wreck of a conversation leads to some funny places and even more brilliant physical comedy.
Excuse me.
To top it all off, the actor finds time to sing and inject the sequence with genuine romance.
When her robe is unfurled, she will show you the world if you step up and tell her where.
Number 9, Making Children Laugh, Patch Adams.
What's your name?
Cameron.
Hi, Cameron. I'm Patch.
In this movie inspired by a real man, Robin Williams shows that laughter might just be the best medicine.
I am cold. Just a bit of a cold. Is my nose red?
His character, a med school student, visits a children's ward with very sick patients and brightens their day. He spends much of the film bringing comedy to those that need it, including members of a group therapy session. But it's the sequence with the kids that truly showcases Williams' own special magic. It mainly consists of physical gags that don't require much dialogue to elicit a response. The child actors in the scene were real cancer patients, and seeing Williams bring them so much joy is truly heartwarming.
What is going on here?
Number 8, Shower Chaos, Father's Day.
Boy has a world. Just like I got one. See? That's a whirl. This is a curl. That's a whirl.
Fans of Robin Williams and Billy Crystal will love seeing them together in this classic 90s comedy. For one of the film's best scenes, the two legends juggle an incapacitated teenager. Williams' Dale tries to put Scott into the shower, while Crystal's Jack talks on the phone. Neither goes well as the characters run into several hilarious obstacles. This includes dealing with hotel staff, not to mention trying to prevent Jack's wife from overhearing the shenanigans in the background.
What is that noise?
That's the shower.
You and your new friend are taking a shower?
No, I'm not in the shower. He's in the shower.
And you're watching him.
Both comedians elevate this sequence with their stellar timing and commitment.
He's so slippery!
What?
I'll come back.
No. Just. The jacket is on the desk, and I'll give you the pants. Honey, hold on. I gotta take my pants off.
Don't call me, honey.
While not the best remembered movie from either star, this adventure allows both leads to embrace the chaos of the moment.
He's soaking wet! Get over here, dry his toes!
Honey, I have to go.
If you want more unforgettable laughs courtesy of Robin Williams, keep watching until the end of this list for the top 10 Robin Williams moments we will never forget.
My wife is sleeping with her gynecologist.
Number 7, Non-Stop Jokes, Bicentennial Man.
Do you know why blind people don't like to skydive? It scares their dogs.
We've never considered what it would be like to teach a robot jokes, but we hope it goes something like this scene. Bicentennial Man puts Williams into the shoes of an android, and an early scene features this inspired moment about comedy.
What's silent? Smells like worms. Bird farts. It must have been an engineer who designed the human body, who also put a waste processing plant next to a recreation area.
Influenced by his owner's explanation of humor, Andrew tries his hand at some rapid-fire jokes, but he clearly doesn't understand the concepts of timing or cadence. Somehow, hearing all of these lines in quick succession makes them even funnier. How does he draw so many laughs out of a monotone performance?
We might want to talk about appropriateness and timing.
It's 10:15, sir.
Number 6, Food Fight, Hook.
Oh, Lucio, why don't you just go suck on a dead dog's nose?
Tapping into his inner child, Williams gives his all to this new take on a classic story. His version of Peter Pan struggles to join in on an imaginary feast with the Lost Boys. He then gets into an impressive insult competition with their leader Rufio.
Lying, crying, spying, prying, also pig!
You lewd, crude, rude bag of pre-chewed food, dude.
The extremely creative and often disgusting jabs and jokes pile up one after the other, with the middle-aged Peter matching the wits and youthful energy of his co-stars. The argument eventually turns into a colorful food fight that all the boys get in on. You cannot look away from this elaborate fantasy sequence, which blends all the wonder and humor you could want from a kid's movie. Number 5, Playing It Straight, The Birdcage.
Put your pinky down. It's up again. All right, and your posture.
Oh my God! Are you crazy? What are you doing?
Screaming.
In order to impress his future in-laws, Armand needs his partner Albert to pass as straight. This prompts a hilarious lesson about getting Nathan Lane's character to act stereotypically heterosexual.
Take your knife and you smear. Men smear. Smear, that's it.
His attempts to alter his movements and act tough all make for funny moments. Williams plays the perfect foil to Lane's over-the-top performance. There's also a memorable run-in with toast and a noteworthy John Wayne impression.
Howdy, man.
While Williams isn't as off the wall in this scene as he is in other parts, the legend showcases a slightly more subtle side to his comedic talents. Fans of his more outgoing work will love the dance rehearsal scene, which sees Williams in all of his unhinged glory.
Fosse, 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 you do Martha Graham, Martha Graham, Martha Graham, or Twyla, 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 or Michael Kidd, Michael Kidd, Michael Kidd, Michael Kidd, or Madonna, Madonna, Madonna.
Number 4, Farts in Her Sleep, Good Will Hunting. It speaks to the talent of Robin Williams that he can make such a serious movie funny. This scene involves his character describing his wife, but he doesn't mince words about her nighttime habits. The open and honest discussion involves all sorts of details that draw huge laughs from the patient.
My wife used to fart when she was nervous. She had all sorts of wonderful little idiosyncrasies. You know, she used to fart in her sleep. I'm sorry I shared that with you.
The sequence was said to be heavily influenced by Williams' improvisation, making the humor come alive with spontaneity. He's clearly a born storyteller who can walk the line between poignant and hilarious.
She woke up and got like, oh, was that you? See, I didn't have the heart to tell her.
With Matt Damon's candid reaction to it all, the scene reveals the off-the-cuff brilliance of the veteran performer.
She woke herself up.
Number 3, Face mask scene, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I would adore a good cup of English tea.
Oh, wouldn't we all? I'll go get her.
Daniel thinks he has everything figured out until his court liaison checks up on him. This prompts a hilarious sequence where he has to switch between himself and his alter ego, Mrs. Doubtfire. The character is up against a wall when he loses his regular prosthetics and is then forced to make a ridiculous choice to cover his face.
Hello! Ah!
His guest is initially freaked out, but eventually comes around to Mrs. Doubtfire's unusual skincare routine.
What it is basically egg whites, creme fraiche, powdered sugar, vanilla, and a little touch of alum. There you go, dear. Oh, there you go. You've got your cream and your sugar now. It's a little cappuccino. 1 drop or 2. Would you like another one? Oh, there you go.
This movie is packed with gut-busting scenes, including a montage of phone calls that has Sally Field tearing out her hair.
I just want to know one thing. Are your kids well behaved? Or do they need like a few light slams every now and then?
I'll have to get back to you.
And we cannot forget the kitchen disaster that sends a lot more than dinner up in smoke.
Ah! Look at this! My first day as a woman, I'm getting hot flashes.
Number 2, First Broadcast, Good Morning Vietnam.
Good morning, Vietnam! Hey, this is not a test. This is rock and roll.
Here, Williams was given a major opportunity to deliver an amazing lead performance. He also received a chance to bring elements of his stage persona to the silver screen. His turn as wartime DJ Adrian Cronauer establishes the character as a maniac of the airwaves and allows the actor to rant and riff as much as he wants.
Hey, it's a little too early for being that loud. Hey, too late. It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early.
The character cracks up his fellow staffers with his quick-witted and ingenious non-sequiturs, and never more so than in his first broadcast.
The wrong speed. We've got it on the wrong speed. For those of you who are recovering from a hangover, that's gonna sound just right.
That opening greeting has become an iconic part of cinema history.
Thank you, Roosevelt. What's the weather like out there? It's hot. Damn hot.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. The Batty Rap, Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest. Was anyone else surprised by how much the song rocks?
Yo, the name is Patrick. The logic is erratic. Potato in a jacket.
Flubber gets too close. Flubber. Williams and the co-stars go big in a relentless gross-out comedy scene. Got to Satisfy, the best of times. The comedian mixes goofball energy and romance in an underrated gem.
Jack, Aquarius, gotta satisfy.
The Incompetent Doctor, 9 months. Williams showcases a funny accent and a hilariously misguided attempt at medicine.
This woman needs an enema.
An enema?
Enema? No, she needs a pedicure.
Pedicure? This ain't no goddamn beauty parlor.
Epitaph.
Epitaph? She's not dead, you moron.
Epidermis.
Before we get to our number 1 pick, if the hilarious Robin Williams big screen scenes from this list were not enough, be sure to stay tuned for our list of the top 10 Robin Williams moments we will never forget next.
I put the whole hundreds of yards away.
Number 1, Meeting the Genie, Aladdin.
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
Few live-action movies could contain the pure talent of Robin Williams. But his turn as the Genie gave him a chance to truly stretch his imagination. And it hardly gets better than his introductory scene. The Genie meets the titular hero and unleashes a cavalcade of jokes, references, and one-liners.
Yo, Rockman, haven't seen you in a few millennia. Give me some tassel. Ha! Yo.
The routine is a non-stop comedic thrill ride, and you can imagine Williams practically bouncing off the walls of the recording booth as he improvs many of his lines.
3 wishes to be exact. An ixnay on the wishing for more wishes. That's it. 3. 1, 2, 3. No substitutions, exchanges, a refund.
The brilliant display of versatility then segues into another standout sequence, which shows off Williams' musical prowess.
Mr. Aladdin, sir, what will your pleasure be? Let me take your order, jot it down. You ain't never had a friend like me.
It is one of the most memorable performances of an incomparable career. Did we forget one of the funniest moments from Williams? Let us know in the comments below.
Oh, I gotta go.
Making people laugh is one of the hardest things in showbiz, but he made it look so easy. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 funniest Robin Williams moments we'll never forget.
You can get attacked by a variety of different people, but it was very freeing to do that knowing that right over there's the plaza and you're going, Ivana! Take it down, baby!
For this list, we're looking at the most hilarious moments in TV, film, and pop culture from this comedy legend.
Congratulations on getting married. That's lovely.
Wonderful. It's
very nice.
Getting married for the 3rd time, my best man Bobcat said it's like bringing a burn victim to a fireworks show.
Number 10, Acting Lessons, The Birdcage. Williams and Nathan Lane, a comedy heavyweight in his own right, go together like birds of a feather in this uproarious farce.
Don't use that tone to me.
What tone?
That sarcastic, contemptuous tone that means you know everything because you're a man and I know nothing because I'm a woman.
You're not a woman.
Oh, you bastard.
Williams played Armand, a gay drag club proprietor whose son intends to marry into a far-right family. To avoid an uncomfortable confrontation, Armand teaches his lover Albert, played by Lane, to pass as a straight uncle. Alas, even the simplest gestures like spreading mustard on bread ends in drama.
Get the goddamn pinky down. All right, make your fingers like iron, all right? Yeah, and stop trembling. Hold the knife boldly and straight.
How can I pierce the toes?
Albert just can't seem to shake his pinky habit either. As outrageous as Lane is, Williams also finds just the right comedic balance of being frustrated yet supportive. Armand's lessons on manliness go a bit too far, however, when he picks a fight with a stranger who turns out to be twice his size.
Hey, you take it easy, Pilgrim.
He bumped into me.
Tough gazungus.
Why are you being such a prick?
Why are you being such an asshole?
Are you calling me an asshole?
Number 9, The Improv King. Whose line is it anyway? Williams was arguably the greatest improv comedian who ever lived, making him a perfect fit for Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Ryan and Robin are 2 Italian chefs making pizzas when he noticed unusually large rodents in the kitchen. Wayne enters later as the exterminator they've called to the scene.
Despite only appearing on the show once in season 3, Williams fit in so flawlessly it was as if he had returned to his natural habitat. Williams delivered no shortage of on-the-spot one-liners, particularly during a Hollywood director bit in which he played an Italian chef. Of course, the best improv comics know how to work off their troupe members as opposed to making the sketch all about themselves.
Oh, please. Fine, work hard, work hard.
All right, you know what?
Last night you didn't say that.
I'm sorry. Williams shared instant chemistry with Colin Mockery, Ryan Stiles, and especially Wayne Brady. He may have been the most famous person on set, but Williams came off like just one of the guys. Number 8, and the winner is not Robin Williams, the 8th Critics' Choice Awards. For his disturbing turn in 1 Hour Photo, Williams was one of the 3 Best Actor nominees at the Critics' Choice Awards. He lost, however, to Daniel Day-Lewis and Jack Nicholson, who tied.
I'm going to say the first name. This wonderful person can come up here and say thank you, and then I will say the second name, so there's going to be so much dramatic tension in this one.
This obviously meant that Williams came in last place, but he managed to steal the show regardless. Nicholson, claiming to be baked, asked Williams to come on stage and give a funny speech, which he was more than happy to do. Even after telling Jack to wrap up the speech, Williams continued to chime in with cracks about the Irish and his loss. It's a shame these two never did a comedy together, as Williams' high energy blended well with Nicholson's laid-back, dazed persona.
I really wanted to say how grateful I am to the film critics for honoring Robin and...
It's a tie with 3 people!
Well, at least we have this priceless acceptance speech. Number 7, she used to fart in her sleep. Good Will Hunting. While best known for his comedic chops, it was Williams' dramatic role as Dr. Sean Maguire that won him an Oscar.
Why is trust the most important thing in making a breakthrough with a client? Maureen, stop the oral fixation for a moment and join us.
Williams' signature improv skills still shone through in a few key moments, however. The funniest example is when Sean reminisces about his late wife and how she used to fart in her slumber.
My wife used to fart when she was nervous. She had all sorts of wonderful little idiosyncrasies. You know, she used to fart in her sleep. I'm sorry I shared that with you. One night it was so loud it woke the dog up.
An unprepared Matt Damon is unable to hold back his laughter, making the moment all the more authentic. Although we typically don't associate fart jokes with Oscar gold, the humor is character-based. Sean tells Will that when you truly love somebody, it's the quirky little imperfections that make them special. Now that Sean's wife is gone, he misses her nighttime flatulence even more.
But Will, she's been dead 2 years, and that's the shit I remember. It's wonderful stuff, you know? Little things like that. Yeah, but those are the things I miss the most.
Jeez, only Williams could get us choked up over farts. Number 6, golf. Robin Williams live on Broadway. We're all familiar with golf, but how exactly did the sport come to fruition?
I knock a ball in a gopher hole. Oh, you mean like pool?
Williams gave his own hysterical interpretation of golf's genesis on his Broadway stand-up special. Tapping into his Scottish ancestry, Williams makes this commonplace game sound like the drunken ravings of a madman.
I put the hole hundreds of yards away! Oh, yeah! It's great fun there! Oh, yeah, that's a great thing! Oh, like a bowling thing.
After all, why else would somebody hit a ball into a gopher hole from miles away? Why would they add to the frustration by putting in tall trees and sandboxes? Above all else, who in their right mind would want to do this 18 times? Up until this point, we just kind of accepted the rules of golf.
Whacking away, and each time you miss, you feel like you're gonna have a stroke.
Now, all we're ever going to see while watching the PGA Championship is somebody whacking a ball with a tire iron. Number 5. What year is it? Jumanji. Williams frequently poked fun at his own hairiness, but Jumanji took this to the next level. After being trapped in the jungle for 26 years, Alan Parrish emerges from the board game with more head and facial hair than a wild beast. As silly as he looks in his Tarzan ensemble, the scene does let the drama sink in as Alan learns that he was presumed dead.
Where's my mom and dad?
We don't know. This house has been empty for years. Everyone thought you were dead.
This is quickly balanced with some humor, as Alan is almost run over by a police car. Alan's animal-like reflexes prevent an accident, but the officer inevitably has a few questions about the bearded guy on his car hood. It's nothing some carjacking monkeys can't solve, though, and it appears Alan's picked up on the primate language.
Get out of there! Ah, 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 ah! Monkeys!
Number 4. Good Morning, Vietnam. Good Morning, Vietnam. By 1987, Williams had established himself as a stand-up and television legend, but he had yet to leave a major mark on the feature film front.
Good morning, Vietnam! Hey, this is not a test. This is rock and roll.
Williams officially made his claim to Hollywood royalty in Good Morning, Vietnam as Adrian Cronauer kicks off his first radio broadcast. Although he's just sitting behind a microphone, Williams says every word with such manic energy that it practically melts the screen.
It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early. Speaking of early, how about that Cro-Magnon, Marty Drywoods? Thank you, Marty, for silky smooth sound. Make me sound like Peggy Lee.
There's no time to breathe between jokes, as he immediately jumps right into the next one. While the film differs significantly from Cronauer's real life, Williams' rapid-fire delivery made him a logical choice to play a disc jockey.
All right. Hey, what is this demilitarized zone? What do they mean, police action? Sounds like a couple of cops in Brooklyn going, no, she looks pretty to me. Hey, whatever it is, I like it because it gets you on your toes better than a strong cup of cappuccino.
Williams also brought his trademark ad-libbing to the table, coming up with broadcasts on the spot. Number 3. Saving face, Mrs. Doubtfire. What do you do when your ex-wife won't share custody of the kids? You dress up as a Scottish nanny, of course.
Could you tell me your name?
My name? I thought I gave it to you, dear.
No.
Oh. Doubtfire.
Although the premise is far-fetched, Williams is actually quite convincing as an older woman, even when he's juggling personas. When a social worker drops in unexpectedly, Daniel must run back and forth between being himself and playing his much older sister. We often associate Williams with his one-liners, but watching him change in and out of drag demonstrates his capabilities as a physical comedian as well.
Sick. Mom!
Oh! My face.
Just when it looks like the jig is up, a cake to the face saves Daniel's skin. Daniel isn't so lucky at a restaurant, though, where he loses Mrs. Doubtfire's face again.
You all right there?
Almost lost you.
Daddy?
Number 2, his Cecil B. DeMille Award acceptance speech, the 62nd Golden Globe Awards. Over 25 years after winning his first Golden Globe for Mork and Mindy, Williams' career culminated with the Cecil B. DeMille Award.
Robin, come and get it. Thank you. My English is not so good.
Williams' humility was on full display, but this was also a natural platform for him to bring the funny. And did he ever? Since this award was given by the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, Williams couldn't resist breaking out an arsenal of accents.
What a lovely Danish, Robbie. Try the Danish. So nice the Danish is good for me.
He also poked fun at the decor, most notably drawing parallels between the statuette's design and Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction. You know you're a comedy master when even Jim Carrey is cracking up at your jokes. It's fitting that he dedicated this award to his late friend Christopher Reeve, as Williams was the Superman of comedy as far as we're concerned. I know what you're gonna say in the comments. How can you rank a top 10 of Robin Williams moments? All his moments are the best. And I agree, it's bananas. So which Robin Williams moment are you most likely to be caught quoting? For me, it's almost definitely number 1, although I do love the birdcage. So let's memorialize our honorable mentions, and then we'll see what's at the top.
And I'm so proud of you for winning this. The moment I turned and saw that she wasn't sitting there, and she's in the ladies' room.
Amiga la Azul, el Mayero, Saía Cristi, Lati, Mariano. Allez, Galeon.
Hello! Anybody in there? Little hatchling brothers, you must revolt against your oppressors. You have nothing to lose but your shells.
What's the matter? Tim, I have a feeling my wife is sleeping with her gynecologist.
How do you know?
Well, you know, he's got access, you know.
You lewd, crude, rude, bag of pre-chewed food dude.
Make it right, Peter!
You man! Stupid man! Rufio, if I'm a maggot burger, why don't you just eat me? You two-toned, zebra-headed, slime-coated, pimple-farming, paramecium brain, munching on your own mucus, suffering from Peter Pan envy.
So now,
Pound it in there. Get it in there. Get it in there.
Okay, rub a dub.
Rub a dub. Dear Diary, day 2, rubbing meat.
30 minutes
30
at
minutes.
room temperature.
At room temperature, keep rubbing the meat for 30 minutes.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Genie of 1,000 Voices, Aladdin. Being the closest thing imaginable to a living cartoon character, Williams was born to lend his voice to animation, and the Genie was the role of a lifetime.
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
Voice acting was never the same after Aladdin rubbed his lamp and released the Genie. Being cooped up for 10,000 years has apparently given Genie enough time to perfect his stand-up act, as he stretches both his comedy muscles and his literal muscles.
Hello, Aladdin. Nice to have you on the show. Can we call you Al, or maybe just Din? Or how about Laddie? Sounds like, here, boy. Come on, Laddie.
I must have hit my head harder than I thought.
Do you smoke? Mind if I do? Oh, sorry, Cheetah. Hope I didn't singe the fur.
Genie seamlessly transitions between impressions, referencing everyone from Arnold Schwarzenegger to Groucho Marx. This isn't even the tip of the iceberg, as Williams recorded a treasure trove of impressions and improvisations that couldn't be squeezed into one movie. Aladdin never had another friend like Genie, and there'll never again be a performer like Robin Williams.
That's it. 3. 1, 2, 3. No substitutions, exchanges, or refund.
Now I know I'm dreaming.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.